Hello, my chicklets. Thank you for stopping by. Today we will be reading That's My Job, a story written by myself, artwork done by Winstermagic on Wattpad. Information in the description as well as a content warning. Roman was Thomas's creativity, but he was also Thomas's confidence and passion. Being Prince Roman was rather fantastic, but that didn't mean it didn't come with problems, and the problem with confidence was how fragile it was. A derisive sneer from Logan, a snide comment from Virgil, or a patronizing sympathy from Pat was all it took to make Roman question his purpose. Most of the time, at the end of the night, Roman would go to his room and serenade himself in the mirror. He could remind himself that he was indeed the fantastic and confident Prince Roman. It didn't always work. His serenades became less and less as he reminded himself of all the things he had done wrong, all of the ways he could be better. Not every day was awful. Some days were perfect. He felt listened to, he felt handsome, he felt like a prince. Some nights he went back to his room with a bounce in his step and a song in his heart. Those days were becoming further and further apart, and Roman could feel his low days getting lower and lower. It all came to a head the week after his brother was presented to Thomas. Roman cared for his brother. He did, but he also knew that the dragon was out of its nest. Roman's secret was out. He was only half of a side. No one pointed it out, no one talked about it, but it was pushing Roman further and further down a hole he didn't want to go. What if Thomas realized that this was why Roman had so many creative blocks? What if Thomas forced them to fuse? What if Thomas got rid of him and started listening to Remus instead? What if none of the sides wanted to talk about it because they all knew it was true? Roman looked at himself in the mirror. His hair was a mess. His eyes were red, though he hadn't shed a tear. He didn't look like a prince. "Can't you do anything right?" he asked the mirror angrily. "You can't even talk to them about it because you are so afraid that they will agree with you." He grabbed at his mirror, his thumbs pressing into the glass. "They would be better off if you fused and disappeared. Thomas wouldn't be hindered anymore. Logan wouldn't have a reason to chastise you all the time." Roman's breath caught in his throat as the mirror shattered in his hands, the glass cutting his palms and leaving his arms in a bloody mess. Finally, the tears fell, as did Roman. He slid to his knees, alone in a pile of glass and blood. "Why can't I be perfect for them? Why am I such a failure?" Roman didn't want to cry. He didn't want to show that weakness. So instead, he started to laugh, running a bloody hand over his face, pushing his hair out of his eyes. "You're so pathetic." That was the scene Remus walked into when he saw Roman's door open. "Brother, dearest!" Oh. Remus looked over at his brother, sitting broken on the floor, chuckling to himself to hide his pain. "Roman, you look like you walked out of a horror movie. Don't you know that's my job?" Remus frowned, walking to his brother, kneeling down in the glass and pulling his brother's face in his hands to help him clean up. "It's a good look on you, but I think I wear it better. Red just blends in with your sash," he whispered, the frown never leaving his face as he helped his broken brother pick up the pieces of his broken psyche. "Who did this to you? Because I will kill them for you." Roman shook his head. I'm fine. I'm fine." "You're a bad liar." They both looked at each other and laughed before Remus pulled Roman into a hug. "Tomorrow, this never happened, but today, I'll be the supportive brother, okay?" "Okay," Roman whispered before snuggling into his brother's arms. Tomorrow they would go back to fighting like normal, but for now, he had the support he needed. Thank you for listening. Again, this story is called That's My Job. Information in the description, and I hope you have a wonderful day.